Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Students, we have already discussed about direct and indirect speech, different kind of rules and different kind of sentences, different kind of worksheets I have already uploaded on YouTube channel. So you can have such kind of examples and understanding about direct and indirect speech. Now let's have an other overview of the direct and indirect speech in different kind of sentences. There are five types of sentences: assertive sentences, imperative sentences, interrogative sentences, exclamatory sentences, and optative sentences. Now let's see one by one about these kind of sentences, their rules, how we have to apply in different kind of situations, what rules we have to follow, and in this way you will have very good understanding about the use and rules of converting direct speech into indirect speech and indirect speech into direct. Okay, students, now let's see the assertive sentences. Let us define assertive sentences. That these are the sentences that define declaration. Some kind of declaration is there. There is some positivity, negativity, possible or non-possible situations. Right? Four kind of situations are normally there. Another definition is that simple sentences that start with the subject and the end have a full stop. So start with a subject and ending with a full stop. Then these kind of sentences give basic statement or general statement. So basic statement and general statements are provided in the assertive sentences. Okay, now students, let's see some of the pronouns. We have already discussed about first person pronoun, second person pronoun, third person pronoun. So what are their subjective form and their objective forms? So for as the subjective form, objective form, and there is another possessive form. These things will be used in the direct narration and indirect narration. So understand it very well so that it will help you in converting direct into indirect or indirect into direct speech. So you see, when we are talking about the pronoun of first person pronoun, you know that first person pronouns are I and we. So these are the first person pronouns, I or we. All right, and these are called the nominative or subjective form. This is called the subjective form. When we take it as a subject, then we see that I and we are there. So these are the first person pronoun. And its objective form, when we see them as an object, because we are going to convert subject into object. All right, just like in we change it in indirect speech. Similarly, active and passive voice as well. So you have to keep these things as well in your mind. And there is an possessive form. Possessive form of first person pronouns are I to my, mine, and we to us or our and ours. Our and ours are possessive form. Us is objective form. Now let's see the second person pronoun. Second person pronoun is you. You know it very well. Its objective form is you and its possessive form is you or yours. Now let's see the third person pronoun. So third person pronoun are he, she, it or they. And its objective forms are him, her, it or them. And their possessive forms are his, her, hers, its, their or theirs. So these are the person, nominative or subjective form, objective form, and possessive form. Okay, student, now let's see the rules of conversion and in assertive sentences, what kind of techniques we use. Remember that there is the usage of say or tell. These are the reporting verbs and they remain unchanged. Say or tell are the reporting verb that remain unchanged. We are talking about reporting verbs, not about reported verbs. I have already told you about reporting verbs and reported verbs, reporting speech and reported speech, reporting object and reported object. All right, now let's see. In negative sentences, we use not or never. In assertive sentences, there are negative sentences as well. Here, we make use of not or never. The structure is subject, verb, and object. That will be converted. It is a direct narration, which when we convert into indirect speech, then object will come in the beginning and subject will come at the end. And verb formation we have already discussed. So reporting clause and reported clauses, as these are two different things which are connected together. Reporting clause and reported clause, they both are connected with that. So that is the conjunction, you can say, or they are connected by reported clause and reporting clause. And in some of the sentences, we do not make use of that as well. But here we have to see what kind of rule is being followed. So here we are following the rule of that as well. All right. Okay, now students, let's see some of the examples of assertive sentences of direct and indirect narrations. First sentence is, he said to me, my parents as well as yours, my parents as well as yours left for Makkah yesterday. This is the direct speech. Now we are going to convert this assertive sentences into indirect speech. He said to me that his parents as well as mine had left for Makkah the previous day. So you see the changes. Said to me, not changed. My that is there. The usage of that, as we have already discussed. My is changed into his parents. Yours is changed into mine. And left is changed into had left. Alright. For Makkah the previous day, and yesterday is changed into the previous day. So these are the changes in assertive sentences. Next sentence you see, they said, our neighbor's house is always full of gamblers because birds of a feather flock together. Because birds of a feather flock together. So you see, we are going to convert it into indirect speech. They said that their neighbor's house was full of gamblers. They said that their neighbor's house was full of gamblers. Their neighbor's house was full of gamblers because birds of a feather flock together. Here the change is, our is changed into their. Addition of that is changed into was. Rest of the thing are very clear before you. Now let's see the next sentence. Negative sentence is there saying, no Alian, said they. No Alian, said they, you did not lose the game yesterday. Now let's see conversion. They said to Alian, that is there, he had not lost the game the previous day. So how the negative change again is there, only one use of had not, rest of the sentence is same. So these are the important thing for your learning regarding assertive sentences, and I hope you will have learned the rules and some of the sentences that will help you in your reading, in your writing, in your speaking as well, how to convert direct speech into indirect speech.